welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. This is going to be another kind of week in my life type of thing, but I want this to be more of a fiber week in my life thing. I'm trying to finish up a bunch of projects that I've started. I have literally 2 bandanas here. Like this one just needs the little straps on it. And then I have this bag that I'm keeping for myself, but it's almost done. So, you know, I would like to finish those and some other things that have kind of come up. I have a show on Friday from 6 to 8. The show that was supposed to happen last week did get canceled like last minute, which is unfortunate, but things happen. So yeah, I want to take you along with like finishing these projects, probably doing some other fiber related things. Like I did find my tensioner. So I would like to get started on doing some hats for the homeless shelter for this winter. So if that sounds interesting to you, I was like looking over my footage of my last kind of week in my life and it was pretty boring. So I'm really gonna try and do a little bit more this week. Just like show you more. I'm not always very good at like setting up the camera and showing what's going on. But now I actually have a camera, which is kind of crazy, and I'm really excited. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I had plans for a crock-pot meal today, and I really enjoyed showing my crock-pot meal last week, so I think I'm gonna do that again. This one is a lot less intensive though. It's really just like throw it all in and call it good. So also I got kind of anxious yesterday and ripped off all of my press-on nails, but I can't get this one thumb off, so yay. But yeah, come along, spend some time with me. I love that you're here. So it's so different having a camera now that I can like use my phone while I'm filming. Oh my goodness. Potato soup. So my friend reminded me that I used to make this loaded baked potato soup all the time when we used to live together. And so I bought all the stuff to make it, but I didn't get around to it last week. But I would like to get to it this week, so I guess this week means today. So I always buy crock-pot liners, and then I still like wash everything once I'm done, but it just makes it so much easier. Then things don't get all crusty to the side. You don't have to soak it. Okay, so what I basically do is, the way I do this recipe is a little different. I'm a little lazy, so I always get frozen hash browns. And then that kind of makes up for the water that they want you to add. Because they want you to use flour. Well, I don't want to own flour because I don't bake. So I just pour the hash browns in. And then, Freya, instead of using flour, we're going to use cream of chicken and cream of celery soup to kind of add the thickness and soupiness to it. Everything's a mess and I'm falling apart. And then I need 3.5 cups of broth. Right? Yeah. Actually used up the whole thing. It was a little bit more than 3.5 cups, but honestly I'm like not worried about it. Oh, heavy cream. How much am I supposed to put in that? 1/2 cup. Okay, I hate how it keeps resetting. 1/2 teaspoon of dried dill. So I have dill weed. I'm gonna assume that that's the same thing. Half a teaspoon of thyme. Love thyme. Half a teaspoon dried rosemary. And then, what is it, half a teaspoon of salt. So we're gonna just be very careful with this one. And then I have like some already chopped green onions, and I bought the pre-chopped ones because they didn't have any others. Hey, no! They didn't have anything else at Walmart. So I'm just gonna throw some in there to like get the little bit of oniony flavor, and then they will also be used for garnish. And then I got these real bacon pieces, the like crumbles. And, well, I guess we're just gonna eyeball how much will go in here. Put a lot. We're gonna put a lot in there. It's so odd. I thought I had garlic powder, but apparently I don't. So what I am going to do though is add in just like the tiniest bit of some of this minced garlic. Just because potatoes and garlic go together. And then I'm gonna just sprinkle in a little bit of extra onion powder. And that should be good. So now I'm gonna see if I can, yeah, there we go. My freezer burns things really fast, so that's why I kind of like turned it on right away once I started putting stuff in there, because I was like, let's get all this stuff kind of moving and cooking and a little bit of defrosting. It'll probably be a little bit more liquidy since I didn't add the flour, but that was kind of why I did the condensed soups, to kind of try and make up for that. Let me show you kind of what it looks like right now. So yeah, then we'll just let that sit for 3 or 4 hours, and then Zach and I will eat it tonight. I'm sure it'll mostly be me eating it though. So yeah. Hello, it is Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, and I just like don't understand how these weeks go by so fast and yet so slow. And I feel like I never get anything done. I had to go to a surprise party thing this weekend for my grandma's 75th birthday. And that was so fun. I think I mentioned that in the intro of this video. Every weekend, pretty much since I went to Taylor Swift, I've had something going on. Whether it be an art show or traveling. It's been a lot of traveling recently. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm burnt out, because I feel like that would be an inaccurate thing for me to say. But I do feel that it's accurate for me to say that I'm tired. So, this weekend, we actually don't have anything going on. But I was talking with Zach, and I was like, I feel like I haven't seen you. I feel like we have so much going on, or like I have so much going on right now, and like I miss you. Like I don't know what's going on with you. And he's like, well, we haven't had a date night in a while. Why don't we do that this Saturday? So I told him exactly what I wanted to do. I want to go rollerblading. I want him to see the Barbie movie. So I went and saw it when I was in Rapid, and I think that everyone needs to see that movie. And I want to go get dinner either somewhere we've been before or one of my favorite places in town, which is called Blarney's. I was like, one of those. I need a little bit, or like or like a combo of all three of those things. That's what I want for date night. He was like, okay, we'll do something along those lines. And I'm like, perfect. But I have a show Friday night from 6 to 8 at one of the local bars here in town, which I'm super excited for. I always freak myself out when it comes to shows. And then they also just like take time to like get ready for. I know I was supposed to have a show last week, but like this one on Friday will probably be the last show that I do until mid-October, if not even November. And so I'm like, oh, I'm out of this. How can I update my Etsy? But is it worth it to update my Etsy when I'm going to be leaving so soon? Yeah, I'm doing 4 cities in 2 weeks. And then a couple of other shows after those 4 cities, 2 weeks. Which is like crazy to me. I will be going to Rochester. So I'm going to Ohio, meet my boyfriend's family. Then I'm flying from Ohio to Rochester, Minnesota for a show. Then Atlantic City. Then Houston, Texas, and then Orlando, Florida. So just a lot going on. And then I'll come back for a few days. And then I'll leave for Cleveland, Ohio. Then I'll come back for a week and then I'll leave for Reno, Nevada. And that is my work schedule for like the next month. And I think I'm like prematurely overwhelmed because I did this same thing last year. A few different cities, but I did the same thing last year and I had so much fun. Like I like hotels, I like flying, I love travel. I love the act of traveling just as much as being at the destination. I don't find airports to be like super like stressful, I guess. I'm prematurely overwhelmed and I'm not sure why when I didn't feel the same way last year. Maybe it's just because like I do remember like feeling very tired, feeling a little bit worn out, and I want to like put my best foot forward and really feel like I'm representing the company well. And I don't know. Like I said, I've done this before. I feel like as I've gotten older, I've just gotten more and more anxious. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but it's like I care less about what other people think, but at the same time I hold myself to higher standards. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But right now I'm doing my makeup to film a few videos today. I want to film I think like a fall goals plan, like a fall planning video, like what kind of crochet and knitting do I want to do, what kind of books I want to read, things that like I'm excited for with fall. I'm just like every other girl, or I guess even just every other person. Like there's not a single person I know that doesn't love fall, and I really think that's because we've structured a society around the academic calendar, which I don't mind. I'd much prefer New Year in like September, August when it's hot and all that stuff, rather than a New Year in the thick of winter when it's just so cold you can't even enjoy going outside. Dang, this is so out. Also, you'll probably notice I'm not like naming any products that I'm using in this video, or in this like portion with my makeup and stuff. I'm not a beauty YouTuber. I love makeup, I do, but I don't see the point in me doing it. I don't have the expertise to give you makeup recommendations, I guess is what I'm saying. Eyeshadow. I'll do this one. I will say this is my favorite eyeshadow palette that I've been using a ton. But some of the shades are like really, really soft, as you can see. Like this fell from the coffee table onto the carpet. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So, I normally like to do some pretty basic eyeshadow. I've been doing some really like neutral looks recently. Maybe I'll do something a little bit more. So I have like a neutral look that I've been doing, and then I have one that's like just a little bit darker. So the thing I like about this palette is like everything is like each row is like a cluster of colors. So like I've been using this row here as like my neutral, and then this one as like a cool toned neutral. So I think I'm gonna do the cool toned one today. I'm also unpacking my makeup from when I went to Rapid in Omaha while I'm doing this. So I've done like very little makeup since then. It's just, the apartment's a mess. I like up here feel like a mess, and I'm just like trying to figure out how I can like one day at a time like do something that like helps. So like dishes had been piling up for a while, and I like threw on an audiobook and just like got them done yesterday. Yesterday was such a fluke for me. I finished 4 bags, 2 bandanas, and my like second fingerless glove that I've been working on for like ever. Like, I was so productive yesterday, and I'm like really, really, really proud of myself for it. So that's like a win, you know? So that's cool. What else? Oh, I finished a book. I never got into the Mortal Instruments when I was like younger. Not for any reason other than I didn't know they existed. But I see how big the like Shadowhunter like world is now, because like a lot of booktubers and stuff that I see, they like reading those books, and I find them to be very entertaining, but there's just like one aspect of it that I just like absolutely cannot get on board with. And I'm not gonna say anything because it's like a huge spoiler for like the first book. But if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about, and like I just like don't understand. I just don't understand. But with that being said, I'm still gonna like read the next one because they're like good enough to where I want to like know what the heck is going on. But I'm also confused as to why. And I've seen the deep dives and I've seen all the stuff. I just still... I'm not gonna say anymore. Please, everyone be nice. Like I said, I enjoy the books. There's just that one thing I don't understand. And that's okay if I don't understand it. I don't need to know everything. I don't need to understand everything in this life. So, yeah. But the next book I think I'm going to read is, well, actually, I don't know, because I was reading it on my Kindle, and then I checked out the audiobook just so I could finish it, because I felt like I was going really, really slow. The natural lighting in here is so bright that I feel like it just washes me out so much. Also, I went from full battery to like half, so not sure what's up with that, but okay. Everything's a mess. I'm a mess, you're a mess. Well, I shouldn't assume, but knowing what things are like just in general, I presume you're a mess too. But yeah, I think this is going to be a little bit more of like a shorter vlog, not so much a week in my life, more as like a couple days in my life type of thing. This makeup is not what I wanted it to be. I thought I was going to just be like so cute. And it is like, I don't know, I need to get like a better lipstick arsenal. I feel like none of my lipsticks ever go with what I'm trying to do. It's fine, everything is fine, we will be okay. It's literally just for filming. So if I look a little crazy, if anyone wants to say that I look crazy, that's fine. That's fine. Because I'm just gonna be crazy. I'm just gonna be me. It's Friday. It's Friday, and I have my show from 6 to 8 tonight, and I feel relatively ready. I don't know, I have so much inventory that I always feel like, oh, I need to make more, but then, you know, I also need to sell what I have. So I have that tonight, but I went to knitting night last night, as I love to do on Thursdays, and I got some yarn, so I'd like to show it to you and tell you what I am going to be using these for. And then maybe just like a little project update too. So first, I bought a skein of this yarn quite a bit ago, and I used it all. I knitted 1.5 hats. So I've been waiting for this to come back in. This is the April and May yarn by Maker's Way Fiber Mill. 80% alpaca, 20% wool, 100 yards, bulky weight. Tricolor Latte is like the color, and I just am like so in love with this. Like it is so soft, so I'm excited to make another hat with it. Next, I got 4 more hanks of this what is it, Quince & Co. Chickadee 100% American wool. It's showing up really orange here, but I promise it's more of like a muted brown. Here, maybe will that doesn't really help. I guess it really doesn't have an orange to it, like in real life. I don't know why it's doing that, because it's way more of a muted brown. But yeah, so I am crocheting a cable sweater. I mentioned that on my last podcast. I think I've got, yeah, it's over here. It's very small so far, and I already have quite a bit of this yarn, but like it's all over cables, so I want to make sure that I have enough. Gosh, isn't that so beautiful? This is just the start of the front panel, and I want to make it like almost a full sweater, probably just like a little crop right above my belly button, or like at my belly button. So we are far from done on this first panel. Last 2 I have are these Keenan hand-dyed yarn in the shade October Heather. These are like just 2 brown skeins of yarn. These are fingering weight, and my plan for these is I'm going to make another one of these Sub Pop tees. Excuse me. This is the other one I have in Cranberry Scone, which I just split for the sleeves the other day. And I just love working on this. I love it so much. I love the drape that it's going to end up having at the end. I love how soft it is. I just was like, I would love to make another one of these, even though I'm not even done with this one. But it really just is that easy knitting. I can just sit down and work on it, and I don't have to think about it. And that's, especially now that the raglan increases are done, I like that I can just sit down and I don't have to think about it. So I think after I get done with that one, I want to make that brown one. And I've just been like super into neutrals recently. I don't know what it is. And then I got little like accessory things, I guess. I got 2 sets of stitch stoppers. I had to get 2 sets because I use the 2 circular method to make my socks. And I'm always worried about like yarn slipping off, falling off. So I got these ones that look like a D20, which is why I wanted to get them. And it looks like it'd be hard, but it's like it's actually like quite squishy. So I got these ones, and then I was kind of sad they didn't have more in like more colors of these ones, but they had these little like blue foxes. So yeah, I'm just like really excited, and like the holes are really tiny, so that means they'll be perfect for like the small needles for socks, because as I've said before, I have every intention of making socks while I'm like gone doing my work travels. So just a little mini haul. Not much has been going on. I really have just been like hanging out. Zach and I have been watching Peaky Blinders and been watching YouTube. I guess I could give an update on this. I finally finished that other ball of the mandala bonus in Electro, so I'm on my second one, working on the second panel. So it's kind of what I've been working on this morning, just kind of like hanging out. So the show starts in 15 minutes, and I think that's just when like they open for dinner. This is one of like the busiest places in town. That really wasn't an attractive angle. But yeah, I'm trying to get comfortable with talking to the camera in public spaces. I am not in focus at all. Oh goodness. So it's only a 2-hour show. It's pretty short today, so hopefully it'll go well. So what is this? I don't know.
Artlist.io.
Okay, so we have a bit of a problem. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hanks of yarn that I need to cake up. And it's not to say that I don't like caking yarn up. It's just that it's a pain in the butt sometimes. So I think I'm just going to do that. So enjoy this bit of B-roll, I guess. I was thinking about making a reel of it, but I do that a lot, so I'm like, nah. I'll leave the people alone this time. Quick review. Don't buy this Swift from Michaels. It kind of sucks. It works for what it needs to do, but it is also kind of horrible. It just like doesn't open and close very easily, which makes trying to use it very difficult. And if you can tell, it's not rotating very smoothly.
Music licensing reimagined.
Look how beautiful that is. I'm just like in love with it. I'm gonna take these last few pieces and tie them onto the ends here. Happy Monday. I don't know how these weeks go by just so fast. I didn't get a ton done this weekend. Zach and I had like a very relaxing Saturday and Sunday. We went on a date Saturday night and it was really fun. We went and got dinner. And then I finally was able to take him to see the Barbie movie, which was so good. I mean, it was my second time seeing it. But yeah, and then Sunday we just sat and watched TV, and then we went and hung out with some of his friends for a little while. And so even though I didn't get a ton done this weekend, a lot has to get done this week. So that's going to be a whole nother video in and of itself, because we are leaving on Friday to go to Ohio, and then I'm going to be gone for, well, starting Friday, I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. So I'm going to end this vlog here. I hope you had fun. Let me know if you like these vlogs below. I know that my life isn't super interesting, and if there's something that you would like to see how I do, or if you want me to talk more about how I work like a 9-to-5 job and then like do this stuff on the side, I would love to tell you more about it, you know? So just let me know what you want to see or what you're interested in seeing below in the comment section, and subscribe and like, and I will see you next time. Bye!